Alright guys, so today we're going to be taking out the bearings of a 14 bolt hub. That's these right here. Without a press. So first off, what you want to do to get these out, granted your tools may not be the same as mine, but it's the same concept. I like to use a pickle fork right here, because first you want to get out the oil seal. Now it comes out this way, so what I like to do is hammer this in, and then up, and then work my way, around, get half of it out, and then pops the whole entire thing out. So once that's out, I'll show you what it looks like in a sec. Alright guys, so we got the oil seal out, and the one side of the bearing came out with it. So what we gotta do next, I flipped it over, this is the other side. You gotta get that race out of there. So what I like to do is take a flathead, hammer, kind of work my way around. It's gonna take around a little bit. You don't want to hammer just one side because it's pressed in there, otherwise it's going to start coming out of that angle and you're not going to be able to get it. So just start working your way around. Slowly and surely it'll come out, light baby taps. It'll come out. Once that's out, we'll be able to move on to this side and I'll show you what to do after that. Alright guys, we got the race off, the bearing off, and the oil seal. I went ahead and flipped it over. One thing that could help you out when you're getting the race out, if you do it tap it out this way, you see that there's 4 slots right here. Just rest your screwdriver in right there. Work your way around over and over and over, and eventually it'll come right out. Only took me a couple of minutes. So go ahead and flip it over now. We get to play with this part, which is easy, but it's very not. If you look right here, you'll see that maybe if it'll focus, you'll see that there's a clamp, an O-ring right here, clamp ring. It's got a name. Brain farting right now. If you're lucky, yours has tongs that stick way out, and you can just use a pair of pliers to get it out. If you're like me and these barely stick out at all, it's a little bit more difficult. So you can just take a set of needle nose, get in there and squeeze it. If it comes out easily for you, awesome. If it doesn't, what I like to do is hit the race under it. Just kind of work my way around a little bit. That'll lower it just ever so slightly. And don't worry if this is moving, this bearing, it's loose in there. It just can't fit out. What was I saying? Right. So I just like to kind of hit my way around. That way it gives it a little bit of room for this ring to slide out easier. Things you'll need for that is just pliers. If you got a right angle pick, that helps a lot because when it comes out, I'll squeeze. What I typically do is I'll squeeze it with the pliers and it'll come out a little bit, but not enough to reach out, or it'll keep snapping back in. I'll stick a screwdriver in the spot that comes out. Then I'll take away the pliers and I'll take a pick and I'll work my way around until it finally pops out. So when you get this out, we're then going to go ahead and get the bearing out and the race. So I'll show you how that is in just a second. Alright guys, so we got the snap ring out. Took a little bit, about 6 minutes for me. Again, I used the pick, pliers, screwdriver, and just kind of worked my way around it. So what we got to do next is get out the outer bearing and the outer race. Now unfortunately, it kind of got to come out together. So there's a couple ways of doing this. Since it has to go that way, downward in this situation, you want something that's big enough to fit inside of this, press evenly against the bearing here, and you want to be able to hammer that down. If you have a little press of some sort, by all means use that. That's the easiest way. But again, if you don't have that, I happen to have a 2.5 inch socket. It's for the Dana 60. And what I did is I turned it upside down. Fits right inside there. And I just put another socket inside that's close to it, and I could hit on that. And so there's a couple ways of doing this. You can either work your way down. Again, you want to keep it as even as possible. That way the race comes out evenly. You're not trying to force it out and just putting yourself in a pretty bad situation. So you can either tap it out or at least get it down enough to where there's more movement and you can actually move this bearing sideways. At that case, you would just do like you did for the other race, just work your way around. Me personally, since this works perfectly, I just hit it, it goes all the way down, and it's able to come out. So when I get it out, I'll kind of show you what it all looks like there, and stand by. Alright, so we got it out. Like I said, in my situation, they came out together. Only took about a minute. No, it probably took about 20 seconds. Just hammer, 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 and it'll drop down. You really get it out. So, Bear, that's what it looks like. I'll have a cleaned up version right here. That's what it looks like all cleaned up. I'm going to be doing a video on how to press new bearings and races back in without a press. So, stand by for that video. It's going to take a little while until I get the parts in. So, comment if you have any questions on removing the bearings out of a Dana 14, wow, it's late, out of a 14 bolt corporate axle, full float. Everything's out. If you have any questions, comment them below. Like if this video helped you out, and subscribe for more videos like this. Alright guys, see you next time.